Hello and welcome, racing fans. We're in the beautiful Pocket Power Lounge. Obviously, this is the home on race day where it gets very full amongst the punters. Great to be here. Obviously, you get the nice scenic view of the track. There's totes all around us. There's bookmaker windows around us as well. So this is the place you want to be on race day, the Pocket Power Lounge. You will be able to get a seat if you want to get that added advantage, that quick step ahead of the others. You can book a lovely table for yourself and your friends and family. All you need to do is head over to the Cape Racing page, get hold of our hospitality team, and they'll be able to put you in touch with the right people at hand. I also want to remind you, before we jump into this preview, you do need to subscribe on our YouTube channel, the Cape Racing page. That's where you can get all our perfectly placed interviews. They'll be uploaded closer to race day, so you can get all the information from trainers. And obviously, I'll be here just to give you a quick analysis and breakdown of the 10-race program on Saturday afternoon here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. I'll be commentating on Saturday, so I've had a quick look at the card. I've tried to study as much as I can. I'm going to run through it quickly for you. We'll go to race number 1, which goes off at 12:05. No exotic starts over here, so merely I'm going to advise a nice each-way bet on number 2, Be Merry. Justin Snaith trains the 2-year-old Bay filly. Grant Fanica gets the ride, and if you remember clearly last time out, I called this filly's debut, and I said next time she runs, she's going to be a serious runner. As she was going into the closing stages, she was taking a bit of time to learn the trade, but I think now that she's got that run under the belt, she's going to take some stopping with Grant Fanica. Immediate danger will be number 1, Scarlet McCall. Obviously had the experience of that one run under the belt. Alder Dume gets the ride for Candice Bass Robinson, and word is during the course of the week that this filly's also doing very well back at home. So I think the top 2 to focus on: number 2, Be Merry, for me to win it, just ahead of number 1, Scarlet McCall. Let's go to race number 2. This is where the bipod starts, more importantly, being a 10-race program. 12:40 is the off time, the Cape Racing Sales Class 5 event. This race is run over 1,600 meters, and it was great to get to the Des McLaughlin yard during the course of the week. They're really upbeat about this horse's chances to the moon and back. He's a 4-year-old bay gelding. Richard Farie's been booked to ride, and apparently this horse is doing very well back at home. They're expecting a mighty competitive performance. He ran 4th. He had traffic problems on that occasion, and I think with a clear run in transit, a small field, he should be right there on top of them. You might just get some value as well closer to race time. Horse to beat is number 7, Master of Paris, the 3-year-old grey gelding. Justin Snaith is the trainer. Grant Fanica gets the ride, 61.5 kilograms on his back. He's been an ultra consistent individual to follow through his career. Ran a very creditable race last time when running 3rd and finished just in front of my first selection, To the Moon and Back, but there's nothing in it, and I think they'll dominate the first leg of the bipod, race number 2. Let's go to race number 3. Goes off at 1:15. It is the first leg of the PA. I highly advise that punters give this PA some thought. There's some trappy fields, so I think this PA is going to pay some good money. It's the Cape Turf Club Syndicate's Middle Stakes. It's over 2,200 meters, and I'm very strong on one horse, being number 4, Alain Maurice. Richard Farie's been booked to ride for Brett Crawford. 2 runs back when running 3rd. He was only getting going towards the end of the race. He quickly put them to the sword last time. He had the race sewn up a long way from home, and he won ultra impressively. I think he's going through the grades, and I'm ultra impressed with the way he's been doing his trade here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So I'm quite confident that Alain Maurice will win race number 3. Obviously, it's a competitive race. You can make a case for a few others, but I'm going to put my head out there, and I'm going to say banker in the first leg of the PA, and best bet for me, number 4, Alain Maurice, in race number 3. Let's go to race number 4. Goes off at 13:53. The bettors I keep alluding to, we all want to catch the pick 6. There's no doubt that we all want to catch the pick 6 at the end of the afternoon. Make sure you get that time in 13:53 for the Lomorans Racing Syndicate maiden plate. It is over 1,400 meters. Again, it's very hard to single out a winner over here. You're probably going to have to go with a big F. That's my only advice. Field when it comes to the first leg of the pick 6. You can make a case for number 2, Mont Lazur, done nothing wrong. Last 2 runs have been very impressive. Richard Farie's been booked to ride for Brett Crawford. Vaughan Marshall, great to be with him during the course of the week for those perfectly placed interviews. He likes number 3, Water Dragon. He's a 3-year-old bay colt, and I believe he puts up some good work back at home, including he's just had the 2 runs under his belt. Greenland, interesting, being gelded now. He's been frustrating because I thought he would have got that first elusive victory a long time ago, but I think the unkindest cut of all is going to do this horse the biggest favour of all. So Greenland, a horse that you need to include as well. And then Des McLachlan did advise that Devil is Saint must be chucked into the back end of your quartets. That's number 11. So open race, race number 4. I'd imagine punters might just be on this horse Montlezur to give Richard Fourie another winner as he marches on in search of that big carrot dangling in front of him. Let's go to race number 5, 1428, the first leg of the jackpot. It's the perfectly placed class 4 fillies and mares 1400 meter race, and this is where the first jackpot starts. Again, I don't like the look of the race. There's so many horses that seem to be coming to hand at the right time. Among the Clouds, always been highly regarded, ran a creditable race last time, ran 3rd, has got that added advantage of draw 1. Grant Fanico gets the ride for Justin Snaith. Wagug, I think, is a lot better than that last run. I know she's a filly they've always rated, especially when she was in Johannesburg. Since she came to Cape Town, she seems to have switched on. So watch out for Wagug. She's got that inside draw of 2, and Richard Faurie's been booked to ride. 3, Glee Club, Call Me Getrix, Go Like Flow. You can make a case for so many over here. And if we go back, if you want to add one more at a decent price, watch this horse 3 Coins. I don't think she's the finished article by any stretch of the imagination. She's obviously well related. She won a good race last time. She's going to have to step up to win again, but she might just be one of those late maturing types. Number 9, 3 Coins in race number 5. But overall, being the first leg of the jackpots, you're going to have to go wide. Let's go to race number 6, 3 minutes past 3. That's the time that you need to jot down for the 6th race. This is the Taking the Reins class 3. It is over 1600 meters. Competitive race, probably the best race of the afternoon. You've got horses like Fibonacci, very unlucky horse through his career. He had no luck last time out. Richard Faurie's now been asked for his services above all over here, and he's a horse that I think if he gets the right run in transit, he's always going to be highly effective, is Fibonacci. I did chat to Vaughan Marshall. He had one concern. He said, my only concern is the 1600 meters. If he does stay, he's going to be a lively runner. Number 1, Fibonacci. Number 2, Tyrion Lannister. Again, great to be chatting to Pitt Buerta during the course of the week. You'll be able to find all his interviews on our YouTube channel, being the Cape Racing page. You'll be able to find all those perfectly placed interviews. Pitt Buerta was quick to mention Tyrion Lannister is flying back at home. Yes, he's got it all to do at the weights. It's going to be a lot tougher for him. He doesn't think he's going to get to the front as easy as he did last time out, but apparently this horse has really made big improvement back at home. He was gutsy, as tough as old boots last time when he fought them off to win the Newland Stakes, and I do think he's going to be a highly effective runner when it comes to race number 6. So include number 2, Tyrion Lannister. Number 4, Inamarare. Well, how close did he go last time out? That was, of course, Cape Derby Day at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. He had to come via the car park. Things just didn't work out for him, and he got snared on the line by Cafe Culture. So watch out for number 4, Inamarare. Now that he's got the draw in his favor, he can certainly go very close to winning. Solomon's Seal, you can make a case for him. You can make a case for Pomodoro's Jet, Prometea. It's just one of those races. I don't want to bore you, but if I was going to go to the tote window and have an each way bet over here, I'd probably lean towards number 1, Fibonacci with Richard Fourie. Let's go to race number 7. 1538 is the off time. This is where the second jackpot starts, being a 10-race program. So not the usual slot of race 6. Race 7 is where the second jackpot starts. So 1538, the Cape Turf Club Stakes. It's a fillies and mares race. It's over 1800 meters. I've gone for 2 horses. I like this horse, Summer Night City. She was very unlucky last time. She came from a long way back and just got beaten by Lucha Verde, who I know is a highly progressive individual from the Brett Crawford yard. But go and watch that replay if you can. She came from the cloud. She had to angle towards the outside, and she only hit the line that last 200 meters or so and got into the race to run a very creditable race. So include Summer Night City. She's going to be very effective now against her own sex. And then I would include Basic Maneuvers as well. Paul Reeves was quick to mention to me during the course of the week that this horse had no luck last time out. He was of the opinion he should have gone a bit closer to 2 a penny. She's obviously going about things the right way. The 3-year-old Bay filly, Aldo Dumer, knows her well. So these are the 2 horses I'm going to focus on when it comes to race number 7. I'm going Summer Night City just ahead of Basic Maneuvers. Let's go to race 8. 4:15 is the off time of race 8. The Country Championship. It's a class 4 and it's to be run over 1800 meters. Again, we don't find ourselves with a race where I can say, right, here's a horse you can go and put the absolute maximums on. I think it's one of those races where you need to angle towards your swingers, trifectas, and your quartets. Watch out for number 2, Prevalence, a horse that's always been there and thereabouts. Again, a horse that's had no luck through his career. He's got the ability, he can blow them away, no doubt. He's got the draw of 2, and Grant Van Niekerk's been booked to ride. For Lurpik, he was interesting last time. Many punters were shocked that he went off at a price of 40 to 1. The blinkers went on, and he was a different horse. He had the race sewn up 400 meters from home already, and I'm interested to see how he goes now. For Lurpik, out the maidens. Blue Bay, also a horse that's done well. He won a good race last time out. He's also going to have to step up, but he looks progressive. And then Aberdeen, we need to watch closely, number 11. I'm hoping that those floodgates can open up for Glenn Cotson. I know he's had a frustrating time of things over the last couple of weeks and months. He's also been amongst the places, but he needs those winners to start turning, and I think Aberdeen could give him a big shot when it comes to race number 8. The penultimate, race number 9. Race 9 goes off at 16.50. It's the Race Cape powered by Hollywoodbets. It's a Class 4 event. 1,200 meters is the trip, so we up the straight. Night Tiger, number 6, a horse that you always need to include. Aldo knows him very well. This one for Candice Bass Robinson. He ran a very creditable race last time when running 4th. Before that, he ran 3rd, and he's going to be there and thereabouts. This is his sort of class of field, and I'm expecting Night Tiger to be competitive. If there's others that I want to touch on, number 13, Whizzes on Fire. He's not the most straightforward of horses. If you listen to Gareth Van Sale last time out, he mentioned that he's a horse that can get a bit fired up going down to the gates. He did that last time, and he still came back to win a great race. So Whizzes on Fire, if he gets to the start nice and quietly with Craig Bantam, I think he can put his best foot forward to run a cracker again. And then number 14, the Tinkerman. Vaughan Marshall told me this was the best of his runners for the afternoon. He's run 2 lovely seconds in a row. He gets going nicely that last 200 meters, and Bernard Fader Herb, the right man for him. So very interesting. The Tinkerman, Vaughan Marshall's best runner on the day, and that certainly needs to be included into your bets. And then finally, the 10th and final goes off at 17.23. All things being equal, the last race is the Hollywoodbets Bright Future. It's a Class 4. This is for the fillies and the mares. We up the straight again, 1,100 meters. I'm going to chat about a few quickly before we wrap the segment up. I want to talk about number 2, Trey Chic. First run for Piet Botha. When I spoke to Piet during the course of the week, he was very upbeat that this filly's doing very well back at home. As you'll learn by those interviews, I believe there's 1 or 2 things that they're going to work out with her. She does grab the bit, unfortunately. So if they can get her to settle and they can get those issues ironed out, Trey Chic any moment now is going to win a good race. So include it. First run for the yard. We did see Piet Botha winning with a horse first time out last weekend here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. So interesting. The other horse that I want to chat about is Night Vigil, number 10, Shane Humby and Bernard Fader Herb. Also ran a cracking second last time out. That was behind Kaitira. Listening to Aldo Dume's post-race interviews with Kaitira from the Andre Nel yard, very progressive and a nice horse in the making. So this was Night Vigil. Could be progressive herself. She's only had a handful of runs. She just won her maiden the other day. And I think with Bernard Fader Herb in the irons, she could get going nicely into the closing stages. I'd include her. And then finally, I want to chat about number 14, Hear My Voice, who's won 2 races on the bounce. She quickened up smartly last time. Richard Farie's agent was very quick on the phone to seal the ride with Paul Reeves. And I believe she's going to make a big account of herself when it comes to the 10th and final. So watch out for Hear My Voice. If she can get that in early cover in the race, she's got some engines to her. So that's how we wrap it up. Come and join us here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth. If you are in the area, please make sure to book your table here in the Pocket Power Lounge. If you're going to be back at home on the couch watching us, I'll be commentating. We've got a good bunch of presenters with us. It does look to be a card where we can make some money.